Hello YouTube and welcome. Thank you for joining me for another video. And today's topic is going to be AT&T shutting down its 3G network in 2022. A couple of months away from the new year, AT&T has been gradually rolling this out and letting customers know that hey, the phone you're using may no longer work once we get rid of 3G. And got a lot of questions about this. I'm going to show you guys what phones will work, give you some links that'll be helpful, and we'll discuss a couple of other things that this is doing if you are using an alternate operating system other than Android or Apple, and what this could potentially mean for you. Now, getting started here, I'm on the official AT&T website. It's a pretty colorful site where they give you information about what's going on. And they say that they're phasing out the 3G network by February 2022 to make room for an even better one that will improve your experience. Find out how to get ready. Now, you're probably wondering and thinking, well, I don't have a 3G phone. My phone is a 4G phone. Matter of fact, it's a 5G phone that has voice over LTE. Yeah, that's fine and dandy. And you think, well, they're shutting down the 2G and the 3G network. Shouldn't concern me, right? It definitely does, because that phone that you have may not be supported after the new rollout. Not because it cannot use the upgraded technology that AT&T is going to be implementing. It's because it's just not going to be supported. That's just the bottom line. And if you have a phone that is right now working, and we'll just say it's an unbranded phone, something that you bought unlocked. Maybe you bought it unlocked directly from the manufacturer, or maybe it's from a different company. Maybe you're using something like the Pine phone, or maybe you're using something that's running Sailfish OS, or you're using something that's running Ubuntu Touch. There's a lot of different things that you could run on your phone that aren't Apple or Google. But those phones are going to be obsolete. And that's what I personally think it's all about. It's not about a money grab. I don't think so. I think it's because AT&T, being the way they have their system set up now with the SIM card, pretty much if you've got an AT&T SIM, you're golden. Any phone that you want to put that SIM over in, if it works on the network and it is a SIM based or GSM phone, you pop your SIM card in and it just works. You didn't buy anything from them, and you could potentially be using something that's outside of Apple or Android. And that creates a problem because both Apple and Android operating systems collect a certain amount of data from you per day, your usage data. And what they do with that usage data is they say, okay, I know what Antonio does on his phone. I know what Antonio likes. I know what type of food he likes. I know what type of car he likes. I know what type of shave cream he likes because he searches it on that phone and we collect his data. So I'm going to go to all the people who want to come to me and advertise on my platform, whether it be Android or Apple. They want a specific list of people who are going to buy ABC shave cream, or a certain list of people who are going to eat at this restaurant, or a certain list of people who like that particular shoe. And if I can guarantee them that I've got a list of people who are on those sites and like those things, I can charge that advertiser more because they're going to get directly into somebody's eyes that likes it. So that's how the whole game works with operating systems. Now, AT&T has made a list, and I'll give you guys, like in every video, I'll give you guys the link. But they're saying that 2022, they're shutting down the 3G and 2G network. Okay, I don't have a 2G or a 3G phone. Why does that matter to me? It matters because the phone that you have may not be compliant with what they want to do, which is gather your information, get it to advertisers, charge the advertisers for it, and the companies get richer. That's what basically goes on. They give you a runaround here about what it means. What is this going to do for you? They give you a forum to go to have people gripe about it. But getting back to what's happening, they've also got this site and it's from AT&T, and it's a device list that shows you exactly which phone is going to continue to work. And if your phone's not on that list, it's not going to continue to work. Now, if you've got a Xiaomi or if you've got a Huawei and you're running some type of alternate operating system, whether it's the E Project or, like I said, Ubuntu Touch or Sailfish or whatever you're running on it, that's not Apple or iOS, it's going to require, if it's on this list, it's going to require that you get an update to that phone. And that update is going to force you back into your stock ROM, and you'll be back in the same loop if that phone is even supported. And this, of course, is going to be in the description. But they give you, basic instructions on how to determine your phone's model and then check your phone's model against what's listed here as phones that will work. And they start in alphabetical order. Apple, anything iPhone 6 and newer, will of course work after January or February of 2022. Samsung, you can see the list here is pretty big on Samsung, but it's not every Samsung. This is no way every Samsung, but this is the list of Samsung phones that will work. You've got LG. We're getting the shorter list now. Left side is going to be all the LG phones that will continue to work on AT&T's network after the new update. You've got Motorola, you've got Google phones, you've got Alcatel, Blue. There's only one Blue phone. You've got Cricket, Essential. There's only one phone from Essential. Asus, we're getting smaller here. There's only 4 or 3 phones from Asus. HTC, Huawei. Huawei has only got the Ascend XT2 and the Ascend XT. BlackBerry, there's only one BlackBerry. Microsoft, there's a couple of those. And a couple I haven't heard of before here. Red, there's only the Hydrogen one. It's interesting that, only these phones, and you can see that this is not a long list. It's small type, but it's not a long list of phones that will work after they phase out 3G in February of 2022. But it's kind of like we're going to put the fence back up. The fence was down. So we're going to put the fence back up, and everybody's got to be within this fence. And you've got to have one of these phones to be within this fence. If you don't have one of these phones, you're not going to be in this fence. If you've got one of these phones and you're on some alternate operating system, you're going to have to get back on the original operating system so that we can give you the update so that your phone can magically work. Now, by that, we'll just look at the something that you guys would know. So let's see here. What was the phone I was looking at? I want to say it was one of the HTCs. And I remember this phone because I had it. It was the HTC M8. Now it's going to be on your right side under HTC. The 3 columns is the one in the middle. Okay, HTC One M8. That phone has a little asterisk by it, and so does the Asus Republic of Gaming Phone 5. Has a little asterisk beside it. And if you look at the guide at the bottom, the legend, it tells you the asterisk indicates devices that may require a software update to enable HD voice or Wi-Fi calling, which basically means making it work. Now, giving you a brief definition, because you may have heard this is explained as the voice over LTE. AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, they're all switching to voice over LTE. Every last one of the carriers is switching over to voice over LTE. That's it. Now, this is just me talking about AT&T. So if you've got T-Mobile, it's coming. If you've got Verizon, it's coming as well. Voice over LTE, it's kind of like if your computer, it's kind of like using let me explain this. It's like on your computer, on your desktop. If you had a phone dialer at your job where you're answering and making calls from your computer, there's no cellular signal involved in that. That voice call is being carried over the IP or the internet provider. So it's VoIP, voice over IP. So if you're at your job and you're taking orders for skis, the people who call you into your computer, they're not calling your phone, they're calling your computer, which is designated with a phone. That's what they're rolling out with voice over LTE. The voice is not going to be carried over the cellular part of the phone anymore after February. The voice call is going to be covered over the LTE portion. So it's going to be like a FaceTime call or a Google Duo call, but it's going to be handled in the phone like it always has been. You're going to open your dialer, dial your number, and make your call. And your call is going to be initiated over the internet, not over your cellular chip in your phone. So you're going to be making a call over LTE, hence the term voice over LTE. So that's how that's going to work. Because right now, most phones already have voice over LTE, and it switches back and forth depending on which one is the stronger signal. If your cellular signal is stronger, you make your call over cellular. If your voice over signal is stronger, you'll make your calls over voice over. And that's why you'll get someone, and if you notice, you'll see that it'll say in the call on your phone that HD calling is active, and that call will be crystal clear because that person has a compatible service and you have a compatible service, and at the particular time that call is being handled over voice over LTE. It's not new technology. It's been around for about 10-15 years, but they're implementing it going forward in February 22 to where that's how all the calls are going to be handled. And if your phone can't handle that call, or if it can, main thing is if it's not on this list, you're not going to use it. That's it. Bottom line. If you've got a phone that's not on this list, you are no longer going to be able to use it. And for instance, we'll say Blue. Blue is a debranded unlocked phone that Best Buy sells. And it's a Florida company, I believe. And they make some pretty good phones. And they're unbranded and unlocked. So you can pretty much stick your SIM card in there and go. They're good replacement phones, or sometimes people use them. A lot of people use them as their daily drivers. And now the whole Blue lineup is going to be excluded from this. G91 is not their only phone. That's their most recent phone. But Blue is pumping out phones left and right. So every phone backwards from the G91 will no longer work on AT&T, and soon no longer, if it's not on the list for T-Mobile or if it's not on the list for Verizon, it's not going to work on them as well. So this is big news for the manufacturers. It's going to be big news for, the individuals who carry a phone or run an operating system that they prefer. Now you're going to have to get back within the fence and drive up to the AT&T store and get one that they sell, or get you one of these that they support. Pretty interesting news. Just trying to keep you guys informed. Make sure to hit that like, that comment, that subscribe, share this video, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you real soon in the next one.